Welcome to episode 2 of What the Dude Say podcast. Today we're going to be catching up on a little bit of Thanksgiving. It was just a couple of days ago, but we want to share with our viewers and our listeners, what we're all thankful for, the crazy time that we had on Thanksgiving, and then we're going to get into a bit of one of our favorite subjects. Um, Miami stories. Miami, Florida, the 305. We've had a lot of good time down there.
MIAO.
Yep. And then we'll give a little bit of interlude into our next episode, which is episode 3, right, Willie Mac?
Yes, sir.
Cool. So, first thing, guys, that I want to do, like we went back and we watched that playback of last week's episode, and it was good for our first shoot. There was a couple little rough patches in it, but what I want to do for you viewers and you listeners out there today is just kind of do a reintroduction. We were calling each other by our nicknames and by our real names, so just want to clarify so you guys don't get all confused. I am All Star, aka Derek. This is Street, aka Josh. This is Willie Mack, aka William. I got that backwards.
Don't use my government name.
Well, it don't fucking matter.
Willie Mack, okay? Willie Mack.
And then we've got Pegasus, aka Carterius. So what we do when we're sitting around a table and we're talking, I think we call each other probably 45 different names, but we'll try to keep it down to 2 for you guys. But just so you guys are clear on who we all are. So since I'm already talking, I'll go ahead and kick this off with I just want to say had spent a lot of great time with my family, my in-laws, my new son that's just about to be 3 months old over Thanksgiving. Ate a lot of great food, shared a lot of memorable stories, talked about the ones that's going on from this earth, and just want to say I'm thankful for them, thankful for all the fellowship that we got to have with one another, and then I'm also thankful for you motherfuckers. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I am thankful for just about everything. I mean, life, it comes, it goes, man. You got to enjoy it with the people that you have now. I enjoy my family time that I just had. I don't have as many people as I had back in the day. Holidays ain't like they used to be for me, but I'm still here and I'm enjoying the time that I have with my people that I keep around me. And I really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, sir. Really thankful for being here, man. 2024 has been a year. I can say none less for just me alone. Thanksgiving never really is the same since my grandmother passed because she was like the matriarch of the family. She made sure everybody stayed together. My family kind of a little bit distant. They don't come together as much. But this year I got a chance to go home and, just sit around and enjoy family. It wasn't much family, but it was enough to just say, And then we also had a game night. So that was a good thing for, Thanksgiving. This is probably like the best one, or I wouldn't say the best one, but the one we gathered around with each other and kind of, embraced each other because it's just been lackluster. We kind of don't get up like we supposed to on Thanksgiving. People don't cook at night like they used to, leading into the next morning. But, I'm just thankful just to be here and just to be able to see family because people are leaving, man. 2024 is a roller coaster for me, man. And I'm just thankful, y'all were able to help me to hold me down, man, during the time. Let me stop beating on the damn table. Y'all guys was there to hold me down, man. And I know I kind of went off script for a while, but I'm back and I'm getting my life together. You know what I mean?
absolutely, Willie Mac. We always here to hold you down, man. We know 2024 was a little rough for you.
Yeah.
Beginning, man. And we tried to get you out of that funk every way we knew how to. But another story for another time.
That should be a topic, grieving, man.
Yeah, for
Going
sure.
through that,
Yeah, people do it. Everybody does it,
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get to Josh because Josh has got a lot to be thankful for this year. Started a new business, right, Josh?
2.
See, there we go.
Yeah. Crap.
You dumbfounded right now? Come back to work. Come back.
Oh. All right. Yeah. Really thankful this year. Mostly for y'all. Y'all are my brothers. I love y'all. Thankful for my pressure washing business. It's doing good. The food truck's doing very good. My family, they've actually gotten along all this year, so didn't have to worry about any family drama for real. Thanksgiving for us, pretty much the same every year. We eat more groceries than what we probably should. There's enough groceries going around, probably last average household a month.
That's some chowing down, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm going to spoil.
I mean, no, we don't let nothing spoil. I'm fat for a reason, Bubba.
I see. I see. My shit don't spoil either.
But yeah, it's Thanksgiving was great. Ate a lot. I think I gained like 20 pounds.
You
Feel
pass
like
some of
it
that over
anyways.
here, sir?
Hmm?
You pass some of that over here.
You can have it all.
No, not all of it. Just a little bit.
But yeah, let's get into Miami, y'all.
Yeah. So I would like to start because I've got one crazy ass story that comes to mind when we sat down to start going over what we were going to talk about this episode. And so we were in Miami, Florida, with our traveling work, and as always, we go to work, we work real hard throughout the day, and then we like to party hard. I'm a firm believer in, if you're going to be on the road, you got to work hard and you got to play hard. That's the only way to keep the mindset to be able to do it again.
That refresh in your mind.
Absolutely. And so it was pouring raining. I swear it was like a hurricane. So
Like it is now.
yeah, kind of, for sure. It's definitely raining today. So but we all ended up at the front of the hotel, and we're out there, and we've got our liquor bottles and our beer, and we're just sitting out there vibing and chilling with everybody on the road with us. And there's this girl that comes out of nowhere, and she's like standing off to kind of the side. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like when people be lurking on me and I don't know them, right? So obviously we had to go find out who she was and what she wanted, and she was a pretty cool ass chick, for real. She hung out with us almost the whole entire night, and but the way this girl was dressed was really revealing, right? She kind of was dressed up, a bit provocative, if one would say.
She had a body and she wasn't afraid to show it.
Absolutely. And as the night continues, we continue to get, more inebriated.
Is this the one that was getting her shit?
Yeah.
There to get her
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
done? That
Yeah.
smoked a cigarette and couldn't get her shit done?
Yeah.
Who was to blame for that?
That was Damon.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
Dave? I thought it was Josh.
No,
I thought it was Joe gave her a cigarette.
No, that
Josh
was-
went and bought her some fucking cigarettes, I think.
no, that was
No,
Damon.
I took her to the grocery store.
No.
Yeah, to buy groceries.
Buy groceries.
So, yeah. So it was about 3 a.m. We all start piling out of there. I get a phone call the next day at about 10 a.m. From our travel agent saying that the general manager of the hotel had called and made a complaint, right? About that our group that was in this hotel was soliciting prostitution. And I was kind of taken back. I was also still a little drunk when she called me, but I was sitting there going, what the fuck is she talking about? So, and I, me kind of being the boss man out there on the traveling gig, I'm like, well, who are the names of these individuals? And she rattled off a couple names of guys that were working with us, but were nowhere to be found that night. They were not outside with us. And so I get off the phone with the travel agent. I have to drive back to the hotel to speak to the general manager. And I get over there, and the general manager is really upset, saying that our group was way too obnoxious and way too loud, and you know, this was a fine 3-star hotel. This was not a Motel 6. And I was like, well, if that'd be the fucking case, the goddamn water in the bathtubs would work, but we're not gonna mention that piece of it.
Yeah, it's a super fine 3-star.
So, yeah, I mean, I get done talking to the GM. I come back over to the work site. I gather up the entire crew, and I just tell them like, hey, we can't be hanging out front, drinking, singing gospel songs to the guests that are arriving with what would one consider that there was a prostitute with us.
Who would solicit prostitutes singing
Gospel songs? I mean, the Alabama Boy Choir was out there. You know, like, I don't understand. But yeah, it's a memorable story for me. Just because like we've kept up with that girl since then. Like we haven't seen her since then, but Streets, you've kept up with her on social media and stuff. Did she get those tits?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, got those tits, guys. So
Very, very nice.
very nice titties. So
Takes Josh to keep up with a motherfucker.
Right.
yeah,
Don't hate the player.
Oh, I'm not.
gotta hate the game.
I don't hate neither one of them.
So, but that's my memorable story from Miami. There's tons that we could talk about, tons, you know, that I could share. We've been there so many times throughout the years doing work, but that one, like when somebody asks me, that is just like the first one that pops into my head because I've never been accused of soliciting prostitution ever in my life. I've been called a lot of shit, but I ain't never been a pimp.
First time for everything,
You know what I'm
Bubba.
saying?
First time
So-
for
Got
everything.
a strong
Yeah.
backhand.
Right.
Crazy,
Get
man.
that baby powder out. You know what I mean? So, Pig, tell us one of yours.
Mine ain't too crazy, but you know, my first trip to Miami, I definitely enjoyed my time there. Went to the good old place called Booby Trap.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what's the booby trap?
It's a good old strip club, man. Good
Yeah, I
old strip
love
club.
it.
Definitely love the scripts.
He's in love in the strip
So
club.
originally I went there with, you know, one of my coworkers or whatever. Good friend. He was going through something in life, so wanted to take him out so we can enjoy our time together, you know, take his mind off what he had going on. So we get out there, you know, it's calm because we went out there early, a little early. So it's calm or whatever, and we just enjoying it, getting dances and stuff. So out of nowhere, 2 more coworkers show up. 2 more show up.
Unannounced, like you didn't know they was gonna
did
be
not
there.
know that they was gonna be there. They didn't even know we was there.
They knew y'all were there.
They didn't know we was there. They did not know we was there. So they showed up, and as they showed up, it's beginning to get around like 2:00 in the morning. So now the scribblers are really showing up. Scribblers showing up, more people showing up. So now the night is turning wilder. So at this moment in time, it's getting too wild for me. Like I said, I love the scribblers, man. So I can spend a little bit too much.
When you say too wild, what's too wild for the
Like
Pegasus?
they was like literally attacking you for the money. Like, hey, you want to
That's what
dance?
they
You want to
supposed
dance?
to do.
You want it? Man, listen, that's
You
too
gotta go get
aggressive.
the money.
That's too aggressive. I
You're gonna be
can't do
broke
it.
at the end of the night if they don't
I
come to you.
can't do it. Nope. So I had to get on out of there. My hotel was probably about a block and a half down the road. I walked back to the hotel.
You walk back.
I walked back to the hotel. I told the coworker I went there with. I'm like, hey, I'm finna go. He was already trapped. That's why it's called Booby Trap.
They had his ass cornered up.
He said he'll be back down there later on. So the next day come around, one of the 2 coworkers that showed up later on, one of them spent over like $2,000. That's just
$2,000.
He got carried away.
So,
He got carried away.
but we got to clarify something real quick. What he spent $2,000 on, was it worth $2,000?
I don't know. I wasn't there no more. I can't speak on that. It's just what I was told. So I'm just going off that.
Man,
As wild it was getting, I felt like he did.
you think he got his dick wet?
No comment. I plead the fifth
I'm
on
with
that
that person. I
one.
wouldn't be surprised.
I plead the fifth on that
I
one.
wouldn't be
You
surprised.
wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I plead the fifth on that one.
Man, that for me that'd have to be a deep ass pool for $2,000.
Yeah.
No kidding.
I'd have to stay wet, not get wet.
I probably could change that money out and still come out of there probably with 100 and
Well, that's because your ass don't spend no damn money in strip
damn
clubs.
right. I
You
got
don't spend shit.
strip
Well, you
club
go into a
etiquette.
strip club and they avoid you like the plague.
But okay, so my thing is I've been to strip club since probably 17, 16. My cousin owned a strip club. But then we had a strip club in Jackson that was called Tiffany's. Bitches had stab wounds, bullet holes, bullet wounds, all
The
types
real
of stuff.
OG stripper.
Damn.
You're walking past a little corner that's dark. You might trip over somebody getting a dick sucked or something. Like, it's just, I grew up in that. And so I'm to the point now where if I get these heifers my money, I mean, they ain't gonna do nothing to take it to the nail shop or something. I ain't no simp over here.
You'd rather take yourself to the nail shop.
You
Yeah, he
damn
would.
right.
Yeah, he would.
Gonna get my toes
Get
done.
his
No
damn
paint.
feet done.
No paint.
No diddy. All right. Yeah, so I don't like doing that, man. It's just I'm cool on it. I can go in there and not spend a dime. Just give me
That's a
something to
lot,
drink
though.
and I'm good.
Yeah, you gonna spend a dime on a drink.
Yeah, you get a drink, but we're gonna talk about Miami booby trap, the other booby trap on down the street. Yeah.
Yeah, because y'all went to another one out there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So me, Miami story. First of all, we banded together during COVID time in Miami. Same hotel that we got solicited for prostitution. We banded together. Walmart line was like up the street and around the corner.
Yeah, it was hella deep.
So we ended up finding Winn-Dixie. People wasn't hardly going to. Cheapest thing. Hell, per diem wasn't nothing back then. It was what, 45?
Yeah,
in Miami?
45, yeah.
So, we was just making do. Everybody took their share. Now, he did all the cooking for whatever I bought, because I wasn't cooking
Well,
nothing.
of course I'm gonna do.
What the hell am I, chopped liver?
You wasn't doing shit then. You just talking shit, trying to bait
Yeah.
some shit.
Street was cooking. He was cooking.
No, that was in Fort Lauderdale. You were doing
I was
more
cooking everywhere that year. It was me and Derek
He was.
cooking.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
you may have. I don't remember the shit. You didn't cook what I bought. I don't think. I'm telling this damn. I'm telling this damn story. Who are you? No.
Shut the fuck up, Will.
We'll say he don't remember tasting your meat.
You know this dinner shit.
You know what? You're right.
That's y'all taste each other meat. But yeah, we just band together, man, during that whole time because we really couldn't go no damn where during that time.
Probably
Just
wasn't shit to do.
work, grocery store, back to the hotel.
Yeah,
Get drunk.
we did that.
Did a whole lot of that.
Every day.
Wheelchair Juanita.
Wheelchair Juanita.
Wheelchair Juanita. Didn't Damon slip or some shit in the hotel room or something?
That was different city.
There was a difference. It was something that happened with Damon at that hotel.
Not that one.
Mm.
It was the next one.
No, it was something that happened to Damon at that hotel. I think he wanted to punch Robert. That was the first time I guess some of us met Robert. That was the first time, but
Yeah, yeah.
I know he looked at him like Mike Tyson probably looked at Evander Holyfield's ear that night. So,
Start licking them chops.
but another time we went to Mango's. Speaking of Damon, we go to Mango's as a group. First of all, he paid all the money. I think only 3 people kind of paid you a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit of a
just-
$4,000 tab
little
to
bit.
get VIP in Mango.
So we had one guy, young guy. The young folks were hell on wheels. They was drinking like, there
Like it
wasn't
was
a
the
tomorrow.
apocalypse.
Yeah, like that was the last drink or some shit. One of them get drunk, go to the bathroom. He throws up, come back. We sent him downstairs to go back with Damon and Brandon and Sarah. Damon is out of his fucking mind. We standing up, and Damon is some little Asian girls that was like in a section beside us. Damon is like trying to squeeze their ass, go to them and squeeze their ass. I'm telling him to stop. I go to the restroom, come back. We're taking them downstairs for the go. First of all, I believe Brandon didn't call the damn Uber the first
There ain't no
time.
damn way he called.
Because we were downstairs, I know at least 35 to 45 minutes waiting on a fucking Uber. But so much shit transpired
that 40
during
minutes.
that time.
Yeah, dude.
We probably could have went to jail. They knocked over tables. Damon put water on Hunter, and Hunter got mad. I didn't even see him put any water on Hunter or whatever. Or no, who poured water on Damon? Because that's how the shit started.
I did.
See, I didn't see you pour water on
Because
him.
Damon, we was trying to get Damon some water to try to get him a little sobered up a little bit. And he yanked that bottle of water out of Hunter's hand and dumped it all on Hunter.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Hunter had a nice he had nice fit on that
Yeah.
day, you know.
Yeah,
and
Hunter
so I grabbed the other
Oh.
bottle of water because it pissed me off that he done that to Hunter, so I dumped it on Damon, and then
he thought it was Hunter.
all hell broke loose after
And
that.
trying to hold Damon is like trying to hold a fucking gorilla with just a chain. He gonna knock your ass out the fucking way. We knocking over tables, chairs. Luckily, the security guards didn't get into the shit.
Yeah, at one point we're in the middle of Ocean Avenue.
No, South Beach.
Yeah, that's Ocean Avenue.
Yeah.
And there is bodyguards from all these clubs that are surrounding us.
People
Cops
walking.
are starting to walk up. People are starting to form a circle. And me and Damon are like tying into
neck
it
to neck.
in the middle of the street. And I mean, he was a belligerent drunk, doesn't remember much of that night at all. Only thing he did remember though was the next morning he woke up and asked what fucking
Why was
crazy
his dad-
coyote ripped his shirt off. So yeah.
And the whole thing I was thinking when the Uber finally came was, I just hope he just gets in his car and go to fucking sleep.
Mhm.
Because he was gonna talk his shit. He was cussing out everybody.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck you looking at, motherfucker? You know, little crazy shit. So, and they end up getting back to the hotel, and I think they say he said something to the person at the front desk, which was funny as a motherfucker. But the next morning, he didn't remember shit. Nothing. Like, God damn, Damon. Like, we were trying to have a good time, and we ended up going back. I think
Yep.
you ended up getting another bottle, I think. And
Yeah, I did.
you ended up
Because
getting a
we
bottle of
left the
Hennessy.
VIP area, and remember we went downstairs,
Mhm.
and we was seeing some shit going on the dance floor that was just way too fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're crazy when places we go, but there was some shit happening on that dance floor. Ooh, we had to go. We had to get out of there.
Anyway,
Yeah,
man.
Mango's
It'd be
crazy.
Packed.
Yeah.
It'd be too packed.
I swear, man, like as dark as it is with all them little sub rooms on the side,
Yeah. 'Cause they
man,
had
you could
reggae.
get somebody get stabbed
Yeah.
and still be bouncing around like Weekend at damn Bernie's or
And you
some
wouldn't
shit.
know
You know what I'm
shit.
saying?
Yeah. You wouldn't know
It'd
shit.
be crazy.
It's a badass club. I love it, you know, but it you just got to make sure that you know you don't get off too deep in them dark holes
Right,
in that building, you know.
Yeah, you get snuck. Somebody knock your ass
Yeah,
out. You
man,
wouldn't know where it
that
come
shit's
from.
fucking
That's-
crazy.
And then my crazy ass was going from room to room and downstairs, back upstairs. I think Marcus ended up playing the drums.
He did, yeah,
downstairs.
he went over there and they let him play the drums with the
Mhm.
band and all that. Yeah. But
yeah,
man, dude, they got some pretty women
yeah.
in that place. You know, I don't know if they're Colombian, Cuban, whatever,
I
but
don't know, but shit. Woo. Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
So if you're ever in Miami, go to Mango's, man. Gonna cost your ass, but go to Mango's.
Yep. But we've partied in almost every single club down that entire street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've been in them all.
Yeah, I like Brickell though. You know, going out there.
Yeah, Brickell's nice.
My favorite club is Brick.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I haven't been to Brick.
Yeah, Brick's
that's my
badass.
favorite spot. It's a fucking club with fucking games and everything. You know, Connect Four, all that shit.
Yeah.
You gotta
And
grow
it gets
up.
crunk too, like at about
Which games
midnight.
play, you need to grow up.
Man, no, bro.
At about midnight, man, it gets fucking crazy,
Yes.
dude.
Yes.
Speaking of that, won't you tell the story about what we did the next day after Brick in Miami?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I can't do it. I can't do it. You got this, Simmons.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we decided it was a Friday night, right? We're gonna go to Brick, and we get there, and it's like really chill. We thought we had found like a really cool spot that wasn't gonna be that crowded.
Yeah.
Is this on the strip down there?
Not on South Beach. It's
Oh,
in
okay.
like downtown Miami, like the Brickell area.
Okay.
And so we're out there, we're having a good time. It's not that crowded. Well, fast forward like 2 hours, you know, and I had told all of them like, hey, we're going on a fishing trip tomorrow. Like we need to be like leaving at midnight, 1 o'clock, so we can get enough sleep to go get on this boat to go catch some fish, you know, right?
That ain't nothing but an excuse to turn up even more. You
Well,
gotta get up and do some shit the next
that's
day.
exactly what Hunter decided to do. The place got so packed that we all end up in the center part of right up next to the DJ, and we are partying our asses off. It's 4 a.m. We're all plastered ass drunk. And then I'm looking at my watch going, damn, dude, guys, we got to be fishing in 3 hours. We got to be at the boat in 3 hours, right? So we all rush back, no sleep, get a shower, get all the way down to the marina, and the inevitable happens. And this is exactly why I said I did not want to stay out all night. We ended up on this boat at Hollandale Beach. Ain't that where we drove up to?
Mhm.
Hollandale Beach?
Yeah.
And it's 6 foot fucking swells, right? The ocean is not going to play friendly at all. We had how many people on that boat? 12?
So, yeah.
We had 12 people on like a 60 people party boat. It was just 12 of us. We rented the whole thing. So we had a lot of space. Thank God we did, because all but 3 of us were passed out, seasick as shit, throwing up everywhere for damn near 3/4 of the trip. And it was a 10-hour trip.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Oh, it was horrible, man. It was so bad.
Yes.
Yep. And that's the same trip that my wife caught that swordfish while we're all passed out. None of us got to see it. All we got to see was the picture. Yeah, it was a crazy time, man. I was like, we get back on dry land, I'm not fucking talking to nobody. I'm going to the room. I told y'all I didn't want to stay out till 4 a.m., but whatever. We did it. It was a rough fucking trip. We didn't catch any other fish other than that swordfish and 1 mahi-mahi. That's all anybody caught on that fucking boat.
right.
So, yeah. It's always fun. Deep sea fishing is like one of my favorite pastimes.
I still haven't tried it yet.
We got to get you to go, man.
It costs too fucking much.
No, it don't.
No, not really.
We're going to do it.
You just too cheap.
We might be able to record a session in the ocean while we're fishing.
We're gonna be doing this shit right here. And thank you
As
for
long as
listening
you-
to the podcast.
As long as you you got good sea legs, man.
I don't know how that shit gonna work. Yeah, hey. First time for everything.
His ass gonna yak.
Yeah, I think so.
I ain't gonna
I
yak
think
on the
so.
boat, man. Who the fuck
You're
you
gonna
think I
yak.
am, man. I've been on boats before.
You're gonna yak.
You ain't been on those kind of boats.
I just haven't did the deep sea shit, but I've ridden out to like a secluded island and shit like that.
Hey, but I think when Josh got to tell us one of his stories, man.
Mm.
What story do y'all want?
Give us
The
good one.
story, Josh. Like
Yeah.
it's not what we want; it's what the viewers want to
All right.
hear.
Oh no, I want to hear this shit.
All right.
It's the first time this shit is being recorded.
So, before I begin this story, I have to give a disclaimer because
Oh shit!
it's
Yeah, we're
highly controversial.
we're getting the story.
Yeah.
Disclaimer is nobody in this house, this room, this podcast has any issues with anybody in the LGBTQ community.
Facts.
This is just a one-off issue from somebody that didn't do what they were supposed to do, and we'll leave it at that.
Stay out them damn websites.
Shut the fuck up, Will.
Let him tell the story, man.
All right. So what had happened was
You know this always gonna be a story when somebody start off with that. See what had happened.
I was on a very particular dating app. It's one where it's for men and women, and if you and the woman go to match up, she has to initiate the conversation. The man cannot. People that have been around dating apps, they know which one I'm talking about.
I don't.
Is that for like safety reasons though?
Yeah.
Okay.
The icon is a bumblebee.
Bumblebee.
So, anyways, I match up with this one lady and in Miami. Start talking back and forth. We're driving. Like, she looks great. Like damn, she's out of my league. Sign number one should have been like, this is too good to be true.
How you doing, Josh?
Shut the fuck up with. So we start talking and everything. So invite her over to the hotel. Keep talking through the process, trying to figure out what we're going to do, all this stuff. Said lady arrives to the hotel and she says, "There's something I have to tell you before I see you."
But did she come? Did they come upstairs?
No,
But you ain't gotta lie.
I'm not lying.
Tell the truth.
I am.
Oh, okay.
Let me
we
fit-
gonna see you no different if they did come to the room, because I mean,
Let me tell my story. Shut the fuck up, Will.
It already happened. It's okay.
Shut the fuck up, Will.
yeah, it already happened. Just tell the truth.
Shut the fuck up.
All right.
So I'm like, what is it? Like, me being a single man at the time, like, just hurry up and spit it out because there's shit I want to do.
Right.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
So,
You thought it was a deadlock.
Thought it was something. So, I have to tell you that I was born a man. I'm like, get out of here! You're bullshitting. Like this app's made for men and women. Like nobody in that community or anything else. Like
Yeah.
they have other dating apps that fit people in that community.
Yeah.
You bullshit. No, it's for real. And the next thing I know, I'm getting a fucking dick pic in the fucking messages. And I swear to God, this fucking dick is bigger than mine. And I'm like, no. And I flip my shit.
No, they was
Like,
about to flip
it
your
doesn't
shit.
matter who you are. Nobody wants an unsolicited dick pic. Nobody.
I don't want a dick pic, period. It's unsolicited. There's no dick pic at all.
So I'm like, look, I'm going to tell you this one time and one time only. Do not come up to my room. You need to leave this hotel because I am about to go to prison. Well, you ain't got to be like that. I was like, you didn't have to lie about who you were.
Facts.
Like, you are talking to a straight male
Yep.
knowing you are transgender. That is wrong. You were hiding the fact of you were a man and you became a woman. Like, you're hiding that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
That is how people get killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough.
And like I said, I have absolutely nothing against transgenders. It's not my cup of tea, but I don't hold it against anybody.
Yeah.
And said individual
Well,
left.
I mean, it could have went real sideways, right?
Yeah.
Had that individual not been truthful, got in the room, you're expecting something else.
And the kicker is that year I drove down to Miami. I had my pistol with me.
Yeah.
They had their pistol too.
Like, if that would have happened,
Yeah.
I'd be sitting in prison right now.
Yeah.
Because I would have shot them
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you gotta be factual, man.
Yeah.
You know, like, especially like I've never been on these apps, right? I've been married for a long time. But I think the last one I was on was like, I don't know, is Plenty of Fish still a thing?
Sort of, kind of, not really.
Yeah, that was like the last one I was on, right? But like kind of similar, like you had to say what you were looking for, like you had to kind of like space that out, you know what I mean? And I assume that it's no different now.
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to say what you're looking for and what you're not looking for, you know. And if I don't know, I'm just a logical person, right? If if I'm looking at that and I know what I want, then I'm gonna go towards the apps that give me a variety of those options.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Josh
So
had a variety too. Variety.
tell us
Tell
the
us.
story about when you went to the sex party. That was in Miami.
That was not a sex party.
Yeah, it was a sex party, okay? I looked it up.
It was an educational party.
Okay.
Sex
okay.
party.
So,
So give us a little bit about that.
man, you gotta have everybody thinking I'm a hoe and a freak and everything else.
Aren't you?
Close enough.
I mean, I ain't denying it. I have past, I have history. Sometimes that history kind of moves into the present, but that's beside the point. But so this was a BDSM educational get together.
Oh, that's what they're calling it these days.
You get a degree when you walk out of there.
He got a certificate.
He got a certificate, yeah. Certified.
I mean, nudity's involved. There is no intercourse unless you decide to meet up with somebody afterwards, but that's on you. And it was like, how much was it? It was like $75, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And went to it, learned a lot, broadened my horizons in a lot of ways. Learned some things that I didn't know before about different things in the bedroom, but I mean, it was very educational.
Say one thing that you learned.
Yeah, what did you learn?
What did I learn?
Yeah. You said you learned some shit you ain't never.
Oh man,
You didn't know or something.
I mean, I knew about all of it, but I never really experienced it. Like candle wax, it does not as hurt as bad as what I initially thought it would.
So you're telling me, hold on, guys.
Josh was a motherfucker. You tried all
You
this shit on scene.
you telling me that they had breakout sessions? And
Yeah.
you got
Like-
wax poured on you?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Sex party, people.
Yeah,
Sex
100
party.
fucking
Oh,
percent.
gosh.
If you was in that, yeah, sex party, dude.
It was not that bad.
I don't know about no hot wax.
I'm scared to ask what else the hell he.
Yeah,
what else?
this your damn fault.
Huh?
This your damn fault.
How is my fault?
You asked.
No, you did.
No, he
We
did
both
first.
did, 'cause you
Then
said-
I agree because he said jump.
Oh, geez.
Something else you learned.
Something else I learned? Well, I was helping with a lot of it.
I know you were.
God
You
damn.
like, I do it. I
Goddamn
do it.
teacher's pet over
Yeah.
there.
First one was head up.
Yeah.
Yep.
There was a lot of bondage classes, like proper knots. That way they can't escape the restraints. And
You sure you went to a educational BDSM and not a Jeffrey Dahmer party?
is that who that guest speaker was? No, I'm kidding. I mean, it was very, very educational.
Would you recommend for people that are into that type of thing to go to one of those educational classes?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like it's worth it. $75 drop in the bucket.
Yeah, you really learn how far you're willing to go and what your tolerances are. And just a safe way of doing different things. Because you don't want to tie the wrong knot and you wind up tying one where it gets tighter as you're trying to move your arms and wind up cutting off circulation. You don't want any of that.
Don't tie me up at all. I pissed too many women off and then did some shit to me.
Oh, I thought you was about to say don't tie me up because I pissed myself.
I might do that if it came to it. I don't know.
If there's some hot candle
they do
wax
some other
involved.
shit. Yeah, that hot.
Willie Mac's afraid of a misery situation.
You damn right.
So Josh, have you seen the class offered anywhere besides Miami? For the people, not for me.
There was one in Miami. There was one in Atlanta. That was all I had seen for that round.
I can definitely see Atlanta.
Yeah.
Being one of those.
Don't go to Atlanta on that damn app. It's gonna be totally different, buddy.
Why you say that?
Totally different. LGBTQ they're real heavy out there. So you gotta watch it, man. Especially I think at Lenox Mall. I know I don't have a problem with anybody like that.
I'll
but
march
just
in a parade with them.
Just keep this shit that way.
Yeah.
Like I love everybody, but just that's not my preference. But people don't know unless they act. So
Different
Well,
strokes for different folks.
Yeah, but here's the thing, man. Like, every human being has things that they like and things that they don't like.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't particularly like for strangers to come lurking up on our groups.
at all.
Start getting a little agitated myself.
Oh
you
my
know,
gosh, that happens a lot. It really happens a lot.
Pegasus would
Alabama.
Pegasus would always call me very aggressive in college. Because like people would walk up and I'd be ready to fight. Like, you in my bubble, you getting too damn close to me.
Right.
Like,
Well, sitting out here in your driveway working on your truck that day, that old guy comes rolling up on his old tricycle and he's like, "Hello, can I help you?"
well, yeah, because we were putting the transmission
Yeah.
in, and he walks up with a hammer, and I'm like,
Mhm.
what the hell? Yeah, crazy, dude. I just don't. I don't like people coming into my bubble.
He was just an
Too
old guy
quickly.
looking for a friend, and he gave you the hammer.
And he could have kept the fucking hammer.
That was an expensive hammer.
Don't give a fuck. He could have put it in the damn mailbox. I'd have got it when I got my bills.
Then you'd have been looking at it like, is somebody trying to send me some kind of message? What?
Like you at the village or something.
You know?
Upside down pineapple.
You would be
type shit.
sitting in the corner of your living room staring a hole in the door like, come through, motherfucker, I dare you.
Yeah, no shit, man. Like I said, but there's been a lot of other, like, probably not as big stories in Miami as what we've shared today, but there's been times where all of us have had, I won't call them mental breakdowns, but we've had, some days where being down in South Florida, when you spend so much time down there
Mhm.
that your
3
brain
months.
starts getting a little like hazy. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
because they're to me, and I could be wrong. You guys may have a different opinion, but Miami has no grounding rod. Like it's 24/7. There's no shut off. It's an amazing place to go hang out for a weekend and party it up, and a lot of
Spend some
people
fucking
do.
money.
Right? They fly down, bachelor parties, bachelorette parties,
Mhm.
and then they go back home to what's normal. But for us, when we've traveled down there and we're down there months on end, like there's just no normal in that crazy ass city.
Right.
It's live wire. It feels like electricity every day. When we go out, like there's just so many. It's a melting pot of so much stuff, and we've had some great times, some very memorable times, but we've also had some times where it's gotten a little too much for some of us,
Yep.
and
Like this year for me, I think I've spent more time down there this year than I have ever.
yeah, and at the beginning of the year when we start our travels and stuff, it's like, oh yeah, dude, we're all going to Miami, we all get excited, and then 3 weeks into it, we're like, fuck, dude, can
Time
we
to go.
just go home? And
Yep.
I'll know that we still got another 6-7 weeks to be down in that area,
Hey, can we make sure we there in like June, July?
Why, what's happening June, July?
My little brother's bachelor party. So we can kick it. Yeah.
As long as we ain't there during 4th of July, I don't care.
We're not gonna be. He sent
Yeah.
us home.
You said June, July, like it's late June, early July.
What I'm saying in
He
that
did say
time
it like
frame. Okay, in the fucking time.
Don't get frustrated.
I'm
Son.
not getting frustrated. I'm just saying. Okay. But the bachelor party, he's getting married next year. We went to
The one,
Dubai.
the little brother that we
Yeah.
met. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he proposed to his girl when he was in Dubai.
No
You know
shit.
what? You need to call him up so I can tell him don't do it.
Yeah.
Run, Forrest, run.
Have you been married?
I've been engaged. That was close enough.
Can't go off that shit. No, I ain't gonna let him talk to you. Anything.
I was just gonna tell him to run.
Well,
Derek will tell his ass
we
to
will
run.
we will get into relationship advice and marriage and all of that in our next episode, episode 3, that'll be coming out next week.
Yes, sir.
On Saturday. So you guys, viewers, listeners, social medias, you guys make sure to tune in for that. We've got a lot of good content to cover in the relationship realm. By no means is it a direct tell for you guys to practice what we're preaching.
Yes.
We are not professionals by no mean, but we have lived through some shit, different relationships, and you know, a lot of crazy stories with some of that stuff. So, yeah, I think I wanted to before we end this session today, I wanted to talk about the time that I took you and Kenny down to Flamingo Point, which is all the way the furthest part
Everglades?
in the Everglades. You remember that trip?
Hell
Yeah. So tell them a little bit about that trip, William.
First of all, I didn't know what the fuck the Everglades were. Little country boy from Mississippi. First time in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Or whatever, South Florida. And we drove down on a Sunday. What was that, a Monday?
Sunday.
Drove down on a Sunday. And first of all, we get out the fucking truck. And it's hot as shit. Like, so fucking hot. Like a different type heat. Like, I'm from Mississippi. In the Delta, it's hot. But this shit here is like over the top. We go in the boat. And we're riding around. They talking about bull sharks. And they had this one tree that they used to torture people with. They put you up under it while it's raining. And I guess it's like real acidic or some shit.
Yeah, it's poisonous.
And real poisonous. And while it's raining, it's coming off the leaves and it's burning your fucking skin.
Yeah, basically cooks you alive.
Yeah. So they said the Indians or some shit?
Yeah.
They would put your ass, as punishment, they'll push you under there and tie your ass up and you fucking die. Like, that's torture like hell. So, you know, keep riding. We didn't get a chance to see any bull sharks and manatees, I think.
So we've seen a lot of crocodiles, though.
Saw a lot of them fucks. You missed the one when we was in Miami. And Jess was there.
So you're talking about the alligator boat ride?
Yeah. And the guy was name was Cutter. Had the best fucking voice for, you know, that type of ride. Talking about some here, Cutter, here, this. And we out on the water, the fucking boat in the water, probably like the boat is like this high from the water. And he's calling the fucking crocodiles to come, and they coming.
And they was listening?
It's like they were listening. Yeah. But then he has a video on YouTube that he showed us when we got finished. And he put his hand, like he was doing his grandson's party, and he put his hand in the alligator's mouth. And he said he must have moved or flinched or something.
I think he accidentally touched his tongue or something like that.
Something. And it chomped down on his hand, broke his hand. But
he didn't take his hand off?
No, he said the best thing is if it chomps on you, which is silly as shit, because the motherfucker ain't gonna, you know, they gonna move. But he was just being still until they got it off his hand. He was like, it started panicking when it started doing all those turns and shit. When you move, you're trying to fight against it. If you just sitting there being still,
so just sit there, stay quiet, close your eyes, don't move your hand.
He was talking to him like, it's okay. He was
so calm, bro. He was calm, like bite down, and he like literally was like, hey, I need some help, like calm as I don't know what.
And he was talking to them.
I don't know that I could do that
because he was doing his grandson's party.
I'd be trying to find that little what is it, a quarter size hole in the back of their head that they shoot them with a 22. I'd be trying to find that and be jabbing the back of that hole.
Your ass gonna be walking around like
my
this
ass,
for the rest of
my damn hand wouldn't have even gone in its mouth.
Right.
But if it would have,
would have been on the other side of the fucking fence.
Yeah.
But he enjoys it, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, he liked the Crocodile Dundee new guy. So, you know, he loved that shit.
Yeah. What about those damn mosquitoes when you guys put that damn off spray on?
Oh my gosh.
Not those yellow fucking whatever them things were.
Yellow flies.
Bite your ass.
Yellow flies.
Man, them motherfuckers was everywhere. It was worse than fucking mosquitoes.
It was so funny because we go into this little shop right there in the national park, Flamingo Point, and you could see the mosquitoes and the yellow flies flying around out there. And Will and Kenny, you know, being from Mississippi, they think they're gonna be smart. They gonna get some bug spray.
Goddamn off.
right?
Bitches
So
was on.
the captain of the fucking boat didn't say a fucking word to him, right? And he does this shit probably 100 times a day, takes
Yeah.
people in and out. And they see Will and Kenny over there spraying down like they putting deodorant on and shit, you know? And about the time that they get done, he said, in about 20 minutes, you're going to wish you wouldn't have done that. He said, I know it says that it deters them, but out here, it attracts the shit out of them.
Shit didn't mean nothing.
It looked no shit. It looked like Will and Kenny had went and knocked a beehive over.
Bro, we was like, ugh.
They were fucking covered in these fucking flies. They had little red bites all over when we got off. Will was not happy. I thought this shit was hilarious.
Man, I was so fucking frustrated and irritated when we got off that fucking boat. And then I think we went up a little bit. We drove up a little bit and went to the other little spot where you can get out and walk, and the alligators. But then they said people dropped their snakes, their pythons and boa constrictors out there. So it's a lot of shit out there, man.
Everglades are crazy, bro.
Yeah. So you can be walking and some shit to walk up on your ass.
I mean, they've showed pictures online of like Burmese python anaconda hybrids that have like swallowed alligators whole and shit out there.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine just be fucking like on a little damn picnic with little Timmy and your wife Mary, and you're sitting there, and all of a sudden this gigantic slithering dick just fucking slides on in, fucking takes little Timmy. I mean, what are you gonna do? You gonna beat him with a loaf of bread? You're not fucking prepared for that shit, you know? I mean, not unless you're Crocodile Dundee and you're eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with fucking a Bowie knife right on your hip.
Right.
You know? That's fucking scary. I'll tell you right now, I am scared to death of fucking snakes.
I am too.
I fucking hate them. We've got legless lizards out here, right, that look just like fucking snakes. And a couple months ago, like right around 4th of July, like I'm putting that new deck around the pool, right? And dude, this, like, no shit, and I'm not afraid to admit this legless lizard was like maybe 8 inches long. But to me, and as close as it got to my leg, I thought it was the biggest fucking anaconda that, I mean, I'm telling you, I freaked the fuck out. I went and grabbed an AR, and I was about to like start putting holes in the entire backyard trying to kill this thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't like fucking snakes, man.
I don't like them either. As long as they stay over that way, I'm good.
I don't even like good snakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't either.
Either ones that kind of eat the bad snakes. Fuck them. I don't like them.
Nature overall is scary.
Yeah.
Snakes don't bother me as spiders for me.
Yeah,
That's why I'm not ever going to move to Australia.
I won't even go to Australia.
And maybe that's why, like, being in Miami for 3 weeks, that's enough.
Yeah.
Like, for me, because I'm like, I have this, I don't know what kind of phobia that you would call this, but I seen this happen. It's funny you said Australia, where a man sat down to take a shit in a toilet. Like, this is a documented case from a hospital. He sat down to take a shit, and a rattlesnake had found its way into the drain pipe, and as soon as he sat down, the damn thing bit his nuts.
That sounds like some snakes on a plane bull crap.
I know, dude. I'm trying to tell you, it's a real story. You can look it up. It happened it was either happened in New Zealand or Australia, which maybe their plumbing is not like up to code. I don't know how a snake really gets in
They
it.
have their own code.
Maybe. But yeah, so like ever since I seen that, man, like freaks me the fuck out. Like I check 3 times before I sit down and take a shit.
So you flush before you sit down?
Yeah, just to make sure there's not a little tongue swirling back up at the top. You know, can you imagine you just sitting down, like offload for the day, and then bam, you get old poisonous bite on your nuts. I mean, I don't want to be a fucking eunuch the rest of my life. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like being in Miami, man, they have so many damn critters down there. Not as bad as Australia, for sure. I will never go there. Can't do it. But
Australia is not the thing about how many critters they have. It's just how big they fucking shit.
Oh, I know, man. That fucking one. What do they call it? That
The wolf-
crab spotter or whatever. That some bitch looks like something off of damn Predator movie.
Things like
Yeah, man.
They can
Mm-mm.
have all that shit.
Yep, can't do it, dude. I'm just not with it. Yep. So, yeah, that's about all we got, right, guys? I mean, that's some of the Miami stories that we wanted to share with you guys. We'll be posting some reels and some shorts out there. So make sure to continue to like and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Spotify. Leave a like, leave a comment. We're definitely going to be checking our email inbox. Eventually we would like to start getting some of our listeners and our viewers to pop on and ask us some questions and things like that. And very, very soon in the future, we will start having some special guests on the podcast as well. So, yeah. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving, late Thanksgiving to all you guys again. Hope you enjoyed it with your families.
Absolutely.
And we'll be back next Saturday on What the Dude Say podcast.
We out.